Well, the tributes and memories of Trailblazer legend Bill Walton continued to pour in today following his death over the weekend. The Hall of Famer died at the age of 71 after a long battle with cancer. Last night, we covered the highlights of his illustrious career on and off the court. And when he asked you for your memories, many like Mark reflected on Walton's abilities on the court, writing, "My memory of him is that he was the only player who could effectively defend against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's famous skyhook. I'll always remember him for that."
In 1977, I was working part-time as a bartender at the Memorial Coliseum during Blazer games. And it was a late night, and I got out late, and Bill Walton also got out late. And I was walking to my car, and Bill walked me to my car in the dead of night so I wouldn't be alone. Now, I was driving a Carmen Ghia, which is only a two-seater car, and I said, "I'm sorry I can't take you back to your car, but I don't think even your legs would fit in this car." And he started laughing, and he says, "It's okay. I need to walk anyway." Anyway, it was just a very nice thing for a gentleman like him to do, and I always remembered that. Thank you, and rest in peace.
Oh, John told us, "Bill Walton was my neighbor for a couple of years when we both lived on Kearny Street in Northwest Portland. We exchanged 3 words when I lived across the street: thanks and you're welcome." Walton had missed catching a Frisbee that landed on my porch while I was sitting there. But he went on to tell us, "The best moment of my Trailblazer following was after Portland had beat the 76ers to win the championship." That was back in '77, and Portland erupted. I could hear the roar from that same front porch. Later, getting close to dusk, Bill Walton and Maurice Lucas got back to Walton's place in the quiet of the evening, sat down on the lawn and lit up and savored the quiet of such a sweet, sweet victory. And Carla reminded us that a Troutdale sculpture artist created a bronze statue of Walton, commissioned by the former athletic director at the University of Oregon. She wrote to us to tell us, "We were told it was originally gifted to the San Diego International Airport, but apparently they didn't want it. Maybe by questioning that, they might be questioning that decision now. I'm not sure where it ended up," she said. Well, Carla, we know. It now stands at Ski Beach Park in Mission Bay near San Diego, California. That's Walton's original hometown. Here's Walton posing with the artist Allison Brown Caswell. She took exact measurements of Walton's bike, shoes, and other personal items to make the life-size replica of that basketball legend. And let's end on this remembrance from a viewer named Dave. "My fondest memory involves Bill in a chance encounter with my youngest son, then a 23-year-old aspiring screenwriter, traveling to Los Angeles on his own to begin the career of his dreams. He and Bill sat together at the Portland International Airport waiting for their flight. My son, himself a college athlete, struck up an easy conversation with Bill." He went on, "That conversation ended with Bill making a phone call to his agent and setting up a meeting in Los Angeles for my son. That simple, genuine act of kindness will never be forgotten by me, nor be forgotten by my son. An iconic figure of our times, helping a total stranger. Despite one's fame and notoriety, it is their character and soul that should define their legacy." What a character, what a kind soul Bill Walton was. May he rest in peace.